Chris Picher alongside Jarrett Leonard. We're listening to Boston University's student radio, WTBU. Game number 2 of the home series between Boston University and Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish took the first game of the 2-game set here, and the final weekend of the Hockey East regular season. Notre Dame winners 3-1, and the story was the junior goalie Cal Peterson for Notre Dame finished with 37 saves and saved all 23 of BU's shots in that final period. And we're just about ready for the start of tonight's game. I mentioned in the pregame show a little bit of a lineup change up top. JFK will be skating on the second line alongside Greenway and Roberto, and they will start things off against the top line of Evans, Morrison, and Bjork for Notre Dame. McAvoy and the senior Doyle Summerby, who is honored tonight as one of the 3 seniors in the senior class, out there, and he goes back behind Ottinger. And now Greenway down low, dangerous pass to JFK to start a breakout. And Anders Bjork jumps on it behind the net. Bjork swivels onto his backhand. McAvoy shadowing him, and Roberto punches it out to center. Greenway aggressive here to come out, try and cut it off, and now a great stretch pass up ahead. Over the line, Bjork in the middle, and Roberto with the interception. They go across with space. Here comes Dello. He shoots, and it's blocked off JFK. Another fire goes to the far corner. And now it's brought down and settled by Gilbert, who gets it to the net front, but McAvoy stands it up. Bjork with the turnover, sauces it to the middle. His shot in a glove snare by Ottinger. And a lot of action from Notre Dame in the first 45 seconds.
And Doyle Summerby, one of the 3 Terrier seniors on the ice, getting into it right now. It looks like with Cam Morrison, but what a flurry of play by Notre Dame. They were just firing pucks on net, and Jake Ottinger just makes it look like a can of corn on that save. But I mean, any other goalie in the NCAA, that's a tough save to make. But he stands tall in there and whips his glove hand at the puck.
Second line now out there for Notre Dame, and Jenkins loses the draw. Chad Chris pivots behind his own net and now goes to Clayton Keller on the left side. BU moving from right to left here in the first period. You're listening to Boston University student radio. And Carpenter now in the far right corner. He loses it. And now out to center is Cal Burke. Burke ahead to Ogilvie, and Ogilvie dumps and chases. Chad Chris the first there in the left corner. He touches it to McLeod. Those two playing together for the first time this year last night. Good pass from Carpenter. Now Harper over the line. He cuts it in the middle. Now has some space, and a great save by Peterson. Harper went from right to left there through into the middle of the hash marks. And it's cleared out to center, and Diffley wrists one in, and Peterson out to play. Face-off win for BU. McLeod and Fabro go D-to-D at the top. 35 seconds left. Fabro's shot. It's loose in front, and Bellows scores! Kiefer Bellows has had a good weekend and is finally rewarded a power play goal for Bellows. Tied at 1. Greenway in on the forecheck. He's been quiet here in the second period. Now makes a big steal. Centers it to Keller, and he scores! Just like that! And Clayton Keller with an answer. And we've got some good drama brewing it again. It's BU up 2-1. Great steal from Greenway. BU on top of Providence 2-1 after 2 periods. The 2 alternate captains for BU grabbing a pair of goals. Just a minute and 30 seconds between one another. JFK got it started with his 3rd goal of the season, and Nick Olson, who is playing in his first game since October 22nd with an injury, records his 1st goal of the season and just his 7th of his career. So BU on top 2-1. And it's been a quiet but impressive game from Jake Ottinger. He's made a few big saves, a couple of them positional, and he's got 22 saves and just 1 goal allowed in the 23 shots he's faced through the first 2 periods. And Jarrett, coming into this game, Lecouve had played 2 of the last 3. We didn't know who was going to be in net, and so far, Ottinger's been up to the task on the road. Pino goes the length of the ice now, strides up the right side, forehand, backhand, and can't put it in. What a move from Pino. Took him about 3 seconds to go the length of the ice. And maybe a penalty that could have been called there. Nothing was. But it was a good defensive effort. Harper the other way. His shot handcuffs Hockey. The puck is loose. In comes Bellows. But Hockey jumps on it to cover it up. And we've had some good action here in the last few minutes. But that was the first offensive chance for BU in about the last 5 minutes or so. 4-on-3 the other way. Gomez the shot blocked down. Bouncing puck in front. Ottinger just stands there. Does not have to save one. Now has to make a save. The shot came from behind the goal. Puck is still loose in front. Bryson coming up in the play. 1:45 remaining. Backhand pass from Foley to Florentino, and a block from Curry, and he's down and hurting. Now gets up, comes out to Florentino again. BU needs a clearance and a great poke check from Curry, who now will dart to the bench and needs a change badly.
He's in some pain.
They get the puck out. Great play from Patrick Curry. Fabro all the way along the boards to Roberto. And now it'll be a 2-on-2. Clunan jumps up. Roberto on the right side. And the shot goes right into Hockey. And Roberto and Monk go steamrolling into Hayden Hockey. And we will get an offensive zone face-off for BU with 1:16 remaining. The battle for Commonwealth Avenue is back. Boston University hosting Boston College in the front end of a home-and-home series on Martin Luther King weekend. And a huge hit from Nicholas Olsen. He's been delivering the blows all night long. Clunan over the line. And now to McAvoy. McAvoy tries to get it over to Bellows, but cannot. And here come the Eagles. Colin White up the right side. He blows by Chad Chris. And a glove save by Ottinger, taking that one away. What speed from Colin White.
Yeah, just able to go right by Chad Chris down through that right circle, but Ottinger not biting on anything, just stays square to the puck and perfectly with the glove to Rob White.
Looks like a freshman goalie on the U.S. World Junior season that maybe took some notes on the 7 goals that White scored in that tournament. White has the lone goal for the Eagles, and that was the biggest save of the night for Jake Ottinger on the short angle and a breakaway chance. Roberto joined by Bobo Carpenter. 2-on-1, shorthanded opportunity. Roberto over to Carpenter, shot, scores! Great play from Nick Roberto to freeze the defenseman, and it's an easy finish from Bobo, and the Terriers lead by a touchdown to the Gannis. 9:27 left as Notre Dame will park behind Peterson and change their other 3 skaters. And 1:05 left in the 4-on-4. Still scoreless at Aganis in the last game of Hockey East regular season. Jenkins over the line, tries to get it in, and they do, and a good save by Ottinger. They sauced that pass over to Ogilvy, who got a shot attempt on. And now Summerby up ahead to Harper. Harper's shot drifts into the left corner off a deflected stick. Summerby gets pinned hard into the corner boards. And now Carpenter loses it, and it's Anders Bjork, who was all over the ice last night, but he's been quiet through the first 11. They trail 1-0 against the UNH Wildcats. And UNH, as we mentioned in the pregame show, has yet to grab a win against the top 5 team in Hockey East all season long. They are 0-7-1 in such games. But they do lead the Terriers on an early start here on a Friday night in the front end of the home-and-home series. BU has lost 2 in a row, and if they lose tonight, it would be the longest losing streak of the Terriers season. But still a lot of hockey left to be played. Just 7.5 minutes into this contest. And now to JFK. JFK will have a 1-on-1 the other way. Top of the left circle, cuts to the middle, and just puts it past Taroni, but it goes wide. Keller now down low, far left corner. Chris, slap pass in front, goes off the end of the stick of JFK. McAvoy pinches down. Clayton Keller loses it in his stick, and once again, BU gets burned on an aggressive pinch from the D-men. And Kelleher working on JFK. Kelleher wins that battle, and UNH gets it deep and goes for a wholesale change. 13:40 left in the first period. 1:05 left on the man advantage. BU down 1-0. Alongside Jarrett Leonard, I'm Chris Picher. Jarrett, taking a step back and looking at the big picture, BU has had an up-and-down season this year. They had that 8-game win streak that was snapped by the 2-game skid against Merrimack, and since then they've really never recovered. They've lost 4 of their last 7, and I thought that once they lost to Merrimack, that was almost a good thing for them because they'd be able to turn things around. That has not been the case, but you still have 25 minutes left in this game and then 3 more Hockey East games. How important is it for them to pick up, let's say, 6, 7, maybe 8 points in these next 3.5 games?
Yeah, well, it's huge because at the end of last year, they had an opportunity to get a bye in the first round of the playoffs and did not accomplish that at the end of the season. So I believe it's the top 4 seeds get a bye, or top 2?
Top 4.
Top 4. So I think BU is in a pretty good spot to earn one of those top 4 seeds, but you never know. So still some big league points up for grabs, and obviously they still have a chance to even win Hockey East. They're only 3 points behind BC, and BC's been struggling as of late.
And just as you say that, BC is already up 2-0 on UVM just down the street at Connie Forum. We're only 7.5 minutes into that one, but the Eagles wasting no time to jump on the visiting Catamounts. BU would love a shorthanded tally. They have tied for the nation lead with 9. They're down a goal, 4:18 remaining in the second. Cleveland top of the right point, 42 seconds left in the man advantage. They go down low below the goal. Centering pass to Cleveland, they go across to Kelleher. Kelleher in between the 2 dots at the top of the slot. He switches places with Cleveland and now gives it to the senior. Cleveland across. Poor decision, as that never had a chance to find the stick of Van Riemsdyk. It's cleared down the length of the ice. Kelleher in a foot race with Cleveland. Kelleher can't come up with it. Now in the stick of the captain for this Wildcat team. And Kelleher goes to the bench, and just one last rush for UNH. Nazarian achieves blue. Now dances around Roberto, gets it to his backhand, and passes it deep. Slides it across one more time, and now Carpenter upended in the left corner, and it's cleared down the length of the ice, so that will do it as Chase Phelps is out of the box. So the big kill that Jarrett was talking about is accomplished by the Terriers. Dump in unsuccessful. JFK forces the turnover. 30 seconds left in the period. JFK has it on his backhand. Good dangle move. Goes to the top of the right circle, but turns it over. Kept in at the point. Switzer walking into Keller, and a great glove save. Taroni, oh my. Absolutely stones Keller. Are you kidding me? What athleticism by the junior to slide across and rob Clayton Keller. Fabro now comes to get it from Ottinger, and it'll be Brandon Hickey, the Canadian from Alberta. Now to the local Massachusetts native Bobo Carpenter. Knifes it into the corner and now chases. Bellows comes out of the scrum. Now to Fabro. Fabro across the way to Hickey. Hickey now to Fabro, top of the umbrella. Now Patrick Harper, top of the right circle. Back to Fabro. Heavy pursuit from Harvard. Hickey touch pass. Puck is loose, and Kiefer Bellows scores. Helps backhands it across to Bellows. Kiefer Bellows, the goal scorer for BU, over the line. Nifty backhand pass to leave it for Clunan. Clunan now up top. McLeod's blast, and it's a goal. John McLeod, top of the right point. Absolute laser. And the face-off ricochets out towards the half wall, and now it's batted but kept in by Fabro. Fabro fans on a shot. Harper collects, throws it to the goal mouth. Roberto, no! And the shot from JFK goes high and wide, glove side. 2 good at bids for BU. Roberto operates below the goal, goes to his backhand, tries to get it up top, but a nice active stick from the big wingspan of the 6'7" Sherman. Here comes a wraparound opportunity. Puck is loose in front, and Harvard can't capitalize. What a great move from Donato. Keller over the blue line. Back pass for Harper. Good back and forth action. Clayton Keller, now Bobo Carpenter steps up in the far right corner. Kerfoot passes it across, and now a nice play from Chris to keep it in, and it's scaled off the glass and out to center ice. Delayed offside's coming, but BU gets it back in. Carpenter first to chase after it. Stretch pass up ahead, 3-on-2 for the Crimson if they hurry. Kerfoot over the line. He's now shadowed by Greenway. Centering pass, and Zerder Gossage is denied. JFK up the other way. BU has numbers. JFK puts it to his backhand. A huge hit. He's knocked away from the puck. And now McAvoy has it. Centers it to Greenway. Greenway in the slot, and he scores! Jordan Greenway goes 5-hole on Taroni. And the Terriers cut the UNH lead in half. It's Greenway, just his second goal in his last 19 games, but it's a big one for the sophomore. JFK at the dot, he wins it back. BU will look to capitalize on their second man advantage of the night. They're 0 for 1. McAvoy settles down the puck, far side, bottom of the right circle, uses the wall behind Peterson. Now JFK, bottom right. Keller tries to get it across to McAvoy. They do. One-timer goes underneath the blocker side of Peterson, but goes to the corner, and it's retrieved by BU. Keller top of the right circle, dances in. Greenway short angle. He throws it in. Peterson saved once, and now the puck goes behind the net. Peak and Greenway battle. Greenway gets it to JFK. He comes around on the wraparound. Now feeds it to McAvoy. McAvoy's wrister is blocked, and it's settled down by Keller. Keller slides it across. Chris takes the live bounce. They throw it to Greenway, but it goes off the leg of Peak and is cleared down the length of the ice.
A couple of really good chances there from BU. I think your best of the night was that one-timer by Charlie McAvoy, and Peterson somehow getting his blocker on that one.
11:10 left here in the second. BU on the man advantage. A minute gone in their second opportunity tonight, and the puck goes out to center, and Chris has to reset. Chris to Bellows. second unit out there for BU now. Ellis will flip it to himself, and he's the first one in it. Nice, effective self-pass on the zone entry. And they go to McLeod. Now across to Fabro, his one-timer, and an easy save for Peterson. Here comes Evans, now to Bjork. They leave it for Gross, who steps up in the play. His wrister, rebound, they can't get it home. Great opportunity on the doorstep for Anders Bjork. Wrist shot from Gilbert goes into the far corner, and the bounce takes it all the way out to center. Greenway in a foot race with Gilbert, and Gilbert grabs it and collects. He goes to his backhand and uses the net and Peterson as a screen, and Greenway delivers a huge hit, but Notre Dame clears it. Bjork, a slap pass across, is intercepted by Chad Chris. Chris will try and get it out to Clunan. Clunan tries to skate under it, but cannot. And now Cook with Clunan on his back. Cook stops on the far right hash, now leaves it for the trailer. Wrist shot into the glove of Ottinger. Ripley took the wrister there from the top of the point as he jumped onto the sheet. So 11:35 left. The roughing at 8:25 for the junior blue liner. Does have a goal tonight for BU. Just his second of the year. Gross off the face-off win, top of the umbrella, across to Nardella. Now back to Gross, and they slide it over to the dangerous Bjork. Down low, Summerview with an active stick to deny a clean retrieval from Evans. Now Gross, opportunity for Nardella, blocked by McAvoy. Good late shift down low for McAvoy. Nardella fakes the shot, goes across to Bjork. Gross's wrister goes high and wide. A two-man screen in front by the big forwards of Evans and Morrison. And now Nardella back where it came from down low. Keller intercepts, tries to sauce it down. A bad turnover in front. Sharp angle shot just goes wide. Bold play there from Clayton Keller, kept in at the point by Nardella. Nardella across to Gross, and now to Bjork. Bjork hesitates, now takes a minute, turns around and goes back to Gross. Nardella, top of the right circle, down low for Morrison. Nardella touches it back to Gross. Gross comes in, a great save from Ottinger. Terriers coming to their feet on the bench, and the crowd with a loud applause here at Agganis Arena. And fitting that Tommy Kelly and Doyle Summerby, two of the three seniors, on the ice as the Terriers storm. Jake Ottinger, BU with the win, the number 2 seed in the Hockey East tournament, and they grab a share for the Hockey East regular season title with UMass Lowell and Boston College. That will do it for my broadcasting partner, Jordan Tebow. I'm Chris Picher saying so long. BU winners, 4-1.